So, guys, I'm conflicted. Here we are. Of course, Jeremy Scott, Liberty Bugle Town Hall Radio, and the Liberty Bugle Town Hall show. So I'm conflicted, guys. President Trump announced last night his candidacy officially to run for president again. And I was a little bit conflicted about this because, I'm also a Ron DeSantis fan. I know that's what everybody's thinking about. What about Trump versus DeSantis? How is this going to play out? Number one, I just want to address this. Coming off of the midterm election night and all the potential nonsense that's happened here in Arizona and the things that will continue. Now, I don't believe that Fraudy Hobbs really is, who knows? I don't want to be accused of being an election denier. Let me just tell you that things are very suspect here in Arizona, and I hope that it will get worked out one way or another. You know what? And when the final answer is in, that's the final answer. But let's make sure that things are done the right way. Now I'm going to move on. Back to the announcement. President Trump is now running for his second term. And why didn't he win the first time? For re-election? Because he was going against an unknown Biden. Okay? Now everybody knows who and what and how useless that guy really is. And I'm going to tell you that the reason I'm conflicted about this is that, of course, the media has done its absolute best to try to destroy, to character assassinate, to do everything they possibly can, to impeachment trials, everything they can possibly do to try and tear down President Trump. I want you guys to remember something. That man gave up an amazing life. He gave up a tremendous living to serve you. Whether you like him, hate him, whatever, he gave up a tremendous life out of the public eye for the most part, of course. Other than, TV appearances or shows, The Apprentice, other things he was doing with awards and some award shows or whatever, roasts and so on at Comedy Central. The thing is, he gave up a really easy, cushy life to be in service to the American people, each and every one of you. Don't forget that. And sometimes you have what is called immediacy bias. We'll talk about that again another time. But what that means is, what have you done for me lately? And being out of the presidential seat now for a couple of years, and seeing what has been happening in his stead, you can't be happy with what's happened with Biden. There's no two ways about it. I'm not going to go back and recount all of the negatives and everything that's happened with the economy and border security and everything else. The fact is, the Republican Party, up until the arrival of Trump, was boring as shit. It was effing boring, okay? You had guys like Jeb Bush, all right? John Kasich, one of the most boring, distasteful humans on the planet. Chris Christie, probably a really decent guy, not an exciting human being, all right? You have a lot of people that are just boring-ass, milquetoast, lame, vanilla ice cream, garbage candidates. Have been. McCain was garbage. I don't care. Yes, war hero. I get it. I won't get into McCain's record and so on. He thought it was just his turn. He was just the anointed. He wasn't. He didn't get it. Okay? Mitt Romney. You can't get more boring than Mitt Romney. The Romney-Ryan ticket was like vanilla on vanilla with nothing interesting about it. That's just the truth. The Republican Party has always represented boring-ass, lame shit that you couldn't really get by. There was nobody exciting in the Republican Party. And that's just the truth. Take me to task for it all you want. I got to tell you, I will defend that all day long. Until Trump came along, we had nobody boring-ass candidates. Now, he got into the fray, and all of a sudden, he became public enemy number one. Now, let me explain something. Yes, you were told to hate him because of everything that the media said. They loved him up until that moment. All the campaign donations, everything that he donated to both Democrats and Republicans, they loved him to death until he suddenly becomes the guy who's now going to jump in and run things. But you see, we tend to forget things. That immediacy bias kicks in, and we tend to forget that people like Ron DeSantis, they're potentially, and there are people who will say that without Trump, there wouldn't be a DeSantis. I don't know that that's true. Florida's a great state, and Ron DeSantis has proven to be a very effective leader who's done tremendous things for the state of Florida, and I think he's a great presidential candidate. You take him on the opposite coast, put him opposed to Gavin Newsom, and it's not even a contest. Gavin Newsom is a piece of trash. Gavin, I'm telling you, call me. You won't call me because I don't matter. I'm not that important. But I'm going to tell you Gavin Newsom is trash. And look at what he's done to the state of California. Personally, I think he's also trash. That's just it. But, it's easy for me to sit here and throw stones from the studio. Look at the guy's record. But I'm telling you, Ron DeSantis is a phenomenal leader. If I were to have my wish, absolutely, my wish is I would have Donald Trump walk in early on in the debates, no matter how many people we're going to have in the initial primary. And I think that the primary process is important because we need to see some fresh voices and fresh faces, and we need to hear their ideas. You don't want to go into a general election without being rock solid on who your candidate is, okay? And then you don't want to have a general election not knowing who the hell the other opponent is, which, I'm talking to you, Katie Hobbs, you don't want cowards like her. You want people who are going to stand up and fight for their positions. Even as misguided and nonsensical as they may be, you want them to stand up and speak to their principles and make their best case. They're applying for a job. Let's not forget, they're applying for a job. You, the people, are the employer. I know it feels very lopsided. I know we just give and give and give, and they take and take and take. That's not a great relationship, and big government sucks, period, okay? But I can tell you, you want to know who your candidates are. My wish, back to this, my personal wish would be right at the beginning of the debates is for Ron DeSantis and Donald Trump to get together and Trump to say, we're announcing right now our ticket is Trump, DeSantis, 2024. Period. President, vice president, right away, and shut it all down. And let the other people make their case. Let it be known. But the last thing, and the reason I say this, the last thing I want to happen is I don't want either person to be diminished through the process. Do I want them to argue their case? Absolutely. But with Donald Trump, there are no unknowns, okay? You guys know who he is, or at least you believe you know who he is if you're just listening to the media. But if you've done any of the work at all, you know who the guy is right now. He doesn't have to come up and explain his platform again. He doesn't have to come up and explain his ideas again. He's the best person to do it. In fact, he's quite repetitive because maybe that's the most effective way. People remember all of the things that he says he's going to do. But here's one of the vast differences between traditional, politicians, let's call them, and who Donald Trump really is. Everything he said that he was going to do, he actually put into play. He actually put in the effort to do it. Now, you'll say, well, he said he was going to build the border wall and make Mexico pay for it. There wouldn't have been any ounce, not an inch, of that border wall built without him pushing and making it an issue. We wouldn't even have the war on the cartels, period, without President Trump's initiatives, without his push, without his work, without the time that he has put in. And which leads me to another thing. So, you don't necessarily know everything that Ron DeSantis would propose to do as president. But you do know the things that he has done with Florida. I mean, everything from economy, to giving tax breaks, or to the individuals, to the residents of the state, tax breaks on purchasing certain things at times throughout the year. They've kept gas prices in check for the best part that they possibly can. Hurricane response, anything at all. Ron DeSantis is your guy. And sometimes I love the idea that the best guy for the job is the one doing the job. And I really sometimes detest that people are elevated out of effectiveness. You do something so well that people believe you should go to do the next thing, and then you don't really do that well. So he's a phenomenal governor. I would love to see him as president at some point. But right now, I would love to see a Donald Trump, Ron DeSantis ticket, a unified ticket, right out of the gate, and let them extol the virtues of what they're going to do as a team together. Now, do I think that's going to happen? Let's be honest. We do know who Donald Trump is. President Trump is a bombastic sort of guy. He has a big ego. Maybe that happens when your net worth, goes over $1 billion. Maybe you become something else. I don't know. I'm not there personally. If I get there at some point, I'll let you know what shifts in my mentality. But he's not someone who backs away from a challenge. Not someone who ever walks away from a fight. He's tough. He's a fighter. He's fought for you his entire term. He fought for you, the American people. So don't be surprised when you see him come out and verbally spar with someone else. And I know sometimes he gets very personal with, Little Marco or Low Energy Jeb or whatever it is, Lion Ted, whatever the nicknames are, the key phrases. It's not personal. At the end of the day, guys, it's not personal. And I know he has tremendous respect for Marco Rubio and for Ted Cruz. Jeb Bush, probably not so much. Donald Trump is a dynasty destroyer. McCain, Cheney, Clinton, you name it, he's a dynasty destroyer. And for that alone, you guys should champion him. But my level of personally being conflicted is that, yes, I want Ron DeSantis to win. Maybe I'm going to want somebody else to as well, who I might see on the primary stage or in that process. The dinners that take place, that is where the deals are made. The deals for our country. That is where the real posturing, the real positioning, the relationship building. It's not just what the cameras see. It's when he has a chance to talk to Xi, or he has a chance to talk to the leaders of any other nation, that he positions America in the best possible way that he can. And that's when he makes the deals for me and you. What did Biden do during the summit? What has he done? He called in a night early. Well, did he do it? No. His handlers called the night early. Guess what? Because he's inept. He has no way to work out any deal except for someone to change his Depends and give him a new scoop of ice cream. That's it. That's all. That's all Biden is. He's an empty suit. He's Weekend at Bernie's at best, and they're whisking him off so he doesn't have any exposure to the public, because he's just going to diminish the U.S. again and again and again on the international stage. Period. Don't think so? Well, let's talk about it. Trump made the deals. Trump worked for me and you to get things done. He understood when the opportunities arise. It's not the photo ops and who he's shaking hands with and smiling for the camera. It's the words that he says to these leaders from around the world during that moment. That's what we call a networking opportunity, okay? That's what it is. It's building those relationships, building a level of trust, and also posturing with strength, with presence, with resolve, with determination, to let other countries, to let the world leaders know he's not effing around. And he will bring pain and devastation to their country if they so much as screw with us, period. Okay? Say what you will about Trump, but the guy was a fighter, and he still is. And he still deserves your loyalty. And I'm going to tell you right now, he has mine. I am a Trump supporter. I don't care what you say. Divest my business. Attack me personally. I don't give a shit. The truth is, He's a fighter, so am I. And if you look in the mirror and realize your true potential, so are you. So stop trying to appease everybody. Right now, the dire straits that our country is in, we need a fighter. We need someone like him. Maybe it's not just him. Maybe it is a DeSantis. Maybe it's the next person that's coming up. But I'm going to support Donald Trump. I'm not going to support people like Kevin McCarthy. I'm not going to support rhinos anymore. Period. No Kevin McCarthy. No Mitch McConnell. None of that. The party needs to change. Period. We no longer, as the GOP, I'm a registered Republican, but I'm an independent, okay? I register as a Republican because Arizona is a close primary state. Statement done. Moving forward. No more boring-ass candidates. We need to light this thing up, okay? We need to state our case. We need to be strong. We need to have resolve. We need to bring a fighter back into the White House, not a dawdling old potato, okay? The U.S., the United States, we need someone like Donald Trump again. And then we need 2 terms of DeSantis. And that is what I'm thinking. That's just my thoughts. Just my thoughts. And that's why I'm here. And that's what this platform is about. I'm sharing my thoughts with you. I hope, fingers crossed, I don't really do that, but I hope that this season becomes something great. I hope that we're able to really attain a great vision and move forward and have the White House, the Senate, and the House completely in control of the Republicans, and they actually do something with it. Now, as it stands, the Republicans have control of the House. The Senate, we're still going to be divided. We need to come out and support Herschel Walker all that we can and hope that he gets across the finish line and do everything we can to support that. But for now, I guess we're eyes forward. We got 2 years. We got a lot of runway, as we say, a lot of runway between now and the presidential election. So it's time to get off our asses. It's time to work together, be unified, kick out the rhinos, and move forward into really. And Trump said this. Let me go back to this. There's been a lot of despair. There's been a lot of things. We all have political fatigue, guys. All the political commercials, thank God it is over, except for Georgia, unfortunately. Thank God we're done with some of the political commercials, or the vast majority of them, for at least another year for now. But we're fatigued. I know you are. I know you are. I am too. But Trump said something last night. The golden age of America is on the horizon. That we still haven't seen our best. And that's a great visionary statement. I don't want to feel like we're in a nation of decline. And maybe that's just me. I don't want to be a pessimist about this. I believe that we still have an opportunity to rescue our nation from what's happening. I think that we have the opportunity to have a real renaissance. We have a real awakening here. And we're able to have real honest conversations with each other without worrying about freaking pronouns and bullshit. Okay? I want us to experience a true golden age of prosperity in this nation for everybody. For everybody. And that doesn't mean trying to guarantee outcomes and guarantee incomes and guarantee a bunch of other garbage. Really, it's meant to guarantee your opportunity. Equal opportunity for everybody. It's up to you to get off your ass and determine your own outcome. I'm going to get off my soapbox for now. But I wanted to address what happened last night with the announcement. I felt it was a little early in the game, and right after everybody's kind of mentally fatigued with politics. But I think I'm re-energized. I'm reinvigorated. I'm hopeful once again. And I hope that you guys are too. Take your downtime. Take your moment to reflect. But don't forget to look forward and upward. We have a tremendous opportunity to save this nation and for it to be everything that you want it to be for yourself and for future generations. I want this country to be great again for my kids and for their kids. And I want this time that we are using right now to be worth something. It's important. I know this video ran a little bit long. I just want to say thank you for being here. If you're still here watching, thank you so much. Please don't forget to subscribe and click the notification bell. All kinds of great content coming forward. And hey, if you guys notice, I'm not wearing a black shirt like I typically do. Our Liberty Bugle Town Hall merchandise will be dropping soon. If you want to help support the channel, we're going to have some great stuff coming along. I kind of like this logo. It's kind of cool. I like it. Even for a fat guy like me. Makes it look good. So that's about it. Jeremy Scott, over and out for now. Thank you so much for your support. We love you guys, and here's to a beautiful future. Bye for now.